ask as a member of the community. And I would like to talk about like the mask as well and the FDA mandates or the FDA regulations. But I also wanted to ask some questions, and then I will get the answers later, obviously. But I kind of was wondering about the ESSER funds and the requirements of to get the funds. Does the school agree to keep masking the kids? I don't know if that's, I've read a lot about different school districts in other states, and people have said that they don't have to agree to it, but I'm just kind of wondering where the mask mandates are coming from. Is it the governor, or, because we obviously want to stop the mask mandate. We don't believe it works. So I just have a question on whether that is going to continue to get like all the funds, which goes out to what, 2023. So that's just a question that I would like to get an answer to later. But I want to talk about the FDA only gives emergency use authorization for mask use for the purpose of addressing the spread of a contagion. This means the FDA requires that the school get informed consent from everybody it asks to wear a mask, and the recipient or student legally has the option to refuse the mask. Has the district provide the students and parents a copy of the FDA-required fact sheet telling us of the risk of wearing masks? Under the FDA requirements, under regulations on the requirements using under EUA, which is Emergency Use Authorization. Informed consent is required for investigational medical therapies. Masks are considered medical devices and are authorized by the FDA for emergency use only. Using masks to address the spread of a contagion is therefore an investigational medical therapy. The FDA has many regulations for MCMs, medical countermeasures. Belief that masks are effective to stop the spread does not qualify as a medical countermeasure. Before putting a mask on any children, try reading the Illinois Healthcare Right of Conscience Act. Masks are considered medical devices per Section 201 of the Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. To gain FDA approval, the manufacturer has to submit an application, part of which is a function, quality control standards, manufacturing specifications, intended use, how long or often it can be used, cleaning, disinfecting requirements. That means there must be proof of concept and efficacy if it is to mitigate disease. Who has to comply with this requirement? Commercial mask manufacturers, custom manufacturers who are making custom stylish face coverings. Any mask or covering or any gene therapy, injection, vaccination, or any temperature check used on the wrist or forehead, whether a one-time or use or repeated test for the potential presence of a virus is considered a medical device and a healthcare service. Masks deprive people of their vital oxygen intake, social and psychological development, and as such, wearing a mask is a medical decision. That is very clear because the impact of reduced oxygen intake, reduced social cues, and added psychological distress can cause medical and psychological problems. Any board member, administrator, principal, teacher, or staff member of a school who attempts to enforce a mask mandate is personally liable for breaking many statutory laws and violating constitutional rights, and they can be liable for civil damages. Forcing a child to wear a mask is at a minimum equivalent to giving medical advice. It is illegal to give medical advice without a license. That's true in every state. Anyone harmed by a person practicing medicine without a license may sue for damages in civil court. Thank you for your time.